Hello, I'm Barbara Walters. I want to tell you about my new honest, maybe too honest, personal, and it may be too personal, memoir titled Audition. I really think you will like it. It's not an and then I interviewed memoir, although you will meet some of the most famous and infamous people of our time, presidents and heads of state, murderers, celebrities I loved, celebrities I didn't love. And of course, you will learn about the ups and downs of my very long, thank goodness, career. But most of all, Audition is a personal story, and one I've resisted telling until now. I write, for example, about my grandparents who immigrated to America, and readers will meet my elegant maternal grandmother, Lily, who on her deathbed declared herself a virgin, even though she had 7 children and obviously slept with my grandfather, because she said she never participated. You'll read of my brilliant father, one of the great figures in show business, who opened the major nightclubs of his time, each called the Latin Quarter, and who made and lost fortunes, gambling away his future and mine. His successes and failures had an enormous impact on my life. I write about my relationships with some of the greatest stars of the time, about watching from the lighting booth of the Latin Quarter, the glamorous showgirls strutting their stuff. Finally, I write about my older sister, Jackie, who had the greatest influence on my life. Jackie, who was then called mentally retarded. Jackie, whom I both loved and hated. My mother, whom I adored, private and dignified, in the wrong kind of marriage for her. And speaking of marriages, I write of my own marriages and of some of my more famous relationships with men whose names I think you will recognize. You will read about my daughter Jackie, my funny, wonderful daughter, named after my sister, and our stormy relationship through her adolescent years, a relationship which later turned out to be so glorious. Every parent, I think, will be able to relate to this part of my life. And of course, there is my career and why I call this book Audition, the struggles to work in an environment where I was once told by the male host of a program that when it came to a serious interview, I could only ask a question after he had already asked 3. But what an exciting and challenging career it has been. You will travel with me all over the world, for it's been a long and in many ways historic road. A lot of young people come up to me and say, I would like to have a life like yours. And I answer, then you must take the whole package. This book is the whole package. Thank you for your interest.